For his next project, Carpenter ventured into sci-fi territory with what is now the cult action movie Escape from New York, starring Kurt Russell as the iconic Snake Plissken. Plissken is sent to New York, forced to go to Manhattan Island, now a prison island, to rescue the American president whose plane crashed there. This movie oozes coolness. It is just so unapologetically badass. First you have Plissken, the inspiration to Metal Gear Solid Snake, by the way. Carpenter's answer to the man with no name, a soldier turned criminal, a man who doesn't give two hoots about anyone, a man who is a walking survival machine, a Terminator. You also have Lee Van Cleef, Angel Eyes himself, as the gruff government man who put Snake in his predicament. The rest of the cast is made up of Carpenter regulars that fans will of course recognize, like Donald Pleasance and Adrienne Barbeau. Escape from New York has that anti-establishment feeling, that fight the power, fight the man aura that is common in numerous Carpenter films, most obviously in They Live, made a few years later. Of course, it was made just after the Vietnam and Watergate scandal, so the sentiment was, I'm guessing, not too uncommon throughout the public and therefore throughout most movie-going audiences and the films themselves. I loved the characters in the movie. They were so quirky and cool in their own way, from Brain and Cabby and the Duke especially. They're also memorable, and I imagine in an alternate universe a comic strip or TV show covering all the colourful characters of the New York prison state. It's also quite a scary movie, isn't it? Especially today, when a lot of the ultra-fascist ideas from the villains and blatant human rights violations carried out aren't too far off from some of the stuff going on in the world today. And there's that choking sense of injustice and rage at the fact that Plissken is forced to work for these villains, and they're the guys in charge. You come away from this film hating the government guys more than guys like the Duke. One of the most endearing things about Escape from New York is that the low budget is evident, but it doesn't detract from the experience. You can tell they didn't have heaps of cash when filming, and yet somehow this makes the movie more appealing in a unique way. The fact that a lot of the filth around the streets is actually what was there when they shot the movie. The matte paintings, although not of Star Wars level quality, are still admirable in their effort and craft. And the chandeliers on cars, man, it doesn't get funkier than that. Well, it does when Carpenter's scoring your film, which he did again here, delivering a synth grooviness that perfectly captures the essence of the low budget, high talent sci-fi action spectacle that is Escape from New York.